He finds Corey Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Looking here for Smith downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. After the interception, here's Rudolph. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And that's complete to Jesse James. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Detroit! Here we go now.
Here comes a first down throw for Rudolph. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And shutting him off, now open field. And a great move again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first down throw for Mariota. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Dumps it off to Lewis. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll be 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. Extra point put through by Suckup. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Patriot!
Here's Rudolph now on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Rudolph. And that is incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Here's Rudolph. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rudolph throwing on second down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 1:59 to go in the first half. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taken on the 25. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards, and it'll be Titan football. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davis. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And Davis has it over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards at a 1st down. From the gun, Mariota. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Being chased out left. Stays on his, and he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in this.
And got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Good! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So we reach halftime here with a visiting time. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's in. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. Taylor Luan, the former first-rounder from Michigan, flag there. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Mariota now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Mariota now on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a first down on that last catch as well. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. First down, Mariota. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd down, Mariota. Now he'll escape to his, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Play fake. Mariota. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, it's Rudolph. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. On first and 10, Rudolph. He's going to let this one go deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with third and just a couple.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And that is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Looking right, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And Davis with it left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. Off the play fake, Mariota steps away. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On third down, Mariota steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him. So I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Yeah, not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to the air, Rudolph on second down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On first down, Rudolph. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Rudolph looking to throw. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
4th down, desperation time for Rudolph. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw is Mariota. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. Here's Mariota. Flushed out right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Rudolph on 1st down. Forced down and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And that might be Titan football. It is.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing is Mariota. Dancing to his left. Open space inside the 10. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Titans. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Sutton now to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on.
And he's into the clear. Past the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Throwing here, Mariota. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball.